It is Gordon Chevrolet, it's Philly Chevy Giant, it's the end of the month, and Steve, before we go any further, let's get it on and ring the gong.
All right, Greg, we're ready to go. Let's go.
Now it feels like the end of the month, and we are off to the races. It is the final full week of the month here at Philly Chevy Giant Gordon Chevrolet, which, by the way, sets up really nice as we start this program, of course, the beginning of the week, and it'll run through the close of business Saturday, which is the last Saturday of the month. So this week is going to be a very big week here at Philly Chevy Giant. Steve, tell us what's going on.
Well, first of all, I want to say Kevin's off today.
Ah, that's good.
That's good. So now I got a chance to really put a sale out there for the next 4 days.
So are you saying that normally when Kevin's here, he kind of pulls the reins in a little bit?
The reins in a little bit. He says, Steve, let's not get too far out there. You know, we were doing, we'll make your next 12 payments. I originally wanted to do the 18 payments.
Oh!
And Kevin goes, Steve, 12 payments is enough. So here we go. Here's what I got going on till the end of this month, and I'm going to tell you, this right now is turning out to be one of the biggest new car months of the year. It's August, people getting cars. Sales have never been better. Rebates, we've got rebates and discounts on some vehicles up to $10,000.
You're kidding.
No.
Brand new Chevrolets with rebates up to $10,000?
Rebates and discounts up to $10,000. We also got payments on 4 or 5 cars starting at $99 a month.
So you're talking about savings of up to $10,000 on a brand new Chevrolet. You're talking about payments starting at $99 a month. But that's not even to the point where you're going to let us know what you're doing. So this is good to start with. I mean, that's a great starting point. That's fabulous.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what we're going to do. Obviously, we're still the king, the absolute king in Philadelphia of credit amnesty.
Why?
It's like we've done since we've been with you, Greg. It's been almost a year now. We've been doing these shows, and I think everybody sees it out there. People come in, somehow something got messed up along the way, and not of any fault of their own. Job. We had a company the other day, a customer come in, company moved out of town. He's with the company 17 years. They moved out of town. He's now trying to find a job. He got behind on his car payments. We got him out of that car. We paid that car off, and we reduced his payments by $200 a month because he's not making the money he used to make.
Wow.
And these are things that happen. Bad things can sometimes happen to great people. So what we'd like to pride ourselves in here is that we do what we can to get people back on track and get them started with their lives again and get them back into another new car and get them on down the road. That's one. Number two is that some people, again, 3-4 years ago, bought a car for whatever reason, either paid too much, spent too much, didn't put enough money down on it, whatever happened, and we got what we call a lot of negative equity.
Well, that's bad.
We're going to get you out of that car. I don't care what you owe. You bring that car into me, I'll do what I got to do to get you out of that car and get you in the road, down the road in a brand new car.
So that is what you call trade amnesty.
That's trade amnesty.
Now, so far, whether it's credit amnesty or if it's trade amnesty, here's what we know. When they come to Philly Chevy Giant, they always end the same way because at the end of the deal, you're going to look at them and say those magic words.
Philadelphia, just do the deal.
Now, those two things, Steve, are the staples. The question is, it is the end of the month. New car business is spectacular, and I believe, especially since Kevin's not here to pull the reins in today, you've probably got something up your sleeve in addition to the trade amnesty and credit amnesty on brand new Chevrolets.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to put a challenge out there to Philadelphia,
Ooh.
Delaware, New Jersey,
How about the Lehigh Valley?
and the Lehigh. Come on down, Poconos. Come on down to Philadelphia. And I'm going to put a challenge out there. We need 60 more new cars.
60.
I need 60 new cars in 5 days.
Wow.
So the end of Saturday night, no matter what time it is, we'll stay till the last customer's willing to stay. We're going to make a car deal, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get you in a brand new Chevrolet of your choice and get you down the road at your payment with whatever you have to put down. And again, credit amnesty, trade amnesty, whatever I got to do. That's going to be my promise to you, and we're going to get you down the road in a brand new automobile.
Now, in addition to the trade amnesty and credit amnesty, is there anything else you're going to put on the table for this final few days, very critical days, to help you meet that goal of 60 brand new Chevrolets between now and the close of business Saturday, August 27th?
Well, I do know this. People are sitting there go, okay, credit amnesty, get me back on the road. Trade amnesty, get me out of my car. But what is the savings?
That's a big question.
The big question. How much can I save? How much can I save on the car that I'm going to buy? I'm going to tell you now, until Saturday night, until I sell the 60th car, every one of those new cars, no matter what car it is, I don't care if it's a Spark, I don't care if it's a Corvette, I don't care if it's a Silverado, I don't care what it is, we're going to do 1 penny over invoice.
So you're saying that a brand new Chevrolet between now and the close of business Saturday, to help you make that goal of 60 brand new Chevrolets, you are going to charge them 1 penny over the factory invoice. That's line 310, right, of the invoice?
On the factory invoice, which is a true, and you can see the invoice upon your request, it's line 310. I'll show you the 310, and you're going to pay 1 penny over.
So to make up an example, if the car is $10,000 on that invoice, you're going to charge them 1 penny more than that for
$10,001.
Wow. So it's a penny over invoice, whether it's this car, that car. If it's a brand new Chevrolet, from the Spark to the Corvette, Camaro, Equinox, whatever, they all qualify for 1 penny over the factory invoice. Is it really that easy, Steve?
It's that easy. It's going to be that easy for you. We're going to make it as easy as we can. We need to sell 60 new cars by the close of business on Saturday night.
Well, I got to tell you, that's a great thing, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, now through the close of business Saturday, every brand new Chevrolet, car and truck. Steve, are you sure you don't want to hold back some of those, you know, more premium Chevrolets? You could hold those back from the sale.
Corvettes?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, listen, it wouldn't be unheard of if you held them back. I mean,
new body style Cruise.
You're going to qualify that?
The new body style Malibu. Everything at 1 penny over.
So if it's a 16 or a 17, if it's brand new, it qualifies.
I don't care what it is. A brand new 17. They just came in. I've got, in the last 30 days, I've got probably 40 of them.
That's okay,
Steve, I really need you. Listen, I have Rosa here. She wants to buy a Chevy Traverse. She's got no money to put down. In addition to that, she's got a trade, but she owes no money on the trade. It's an 04 Taurus, and her FICO score is a 487. I need your help. We got to make this deal.
We just got through talking about this.
Credit amnesty.
We're going to do credit amnesty on this. Also, she's got a trade. And it sounds like she's a little upside down a trade, so we're going to do credit amnesty and trade amnesty. I would say this, put another $3,000 to $4,000. Okay. I'll let you be the judge of that, or whatever we need
$3,000 to $4,000
to get Rosa out of the car.
Okay.
Make sure that she's happy with that payment.
Okay.
That's going to be very important.
Okay.
And we're also going to do a penny over invoice, which should be very nicely eat up a lot of that negative equity, give them that huge of a discount, and they keep the rebates.
That's, I don't know what to say. That's incredible. I know this is going to make us do this deal.
You know why? I know you just started here, and I want to tell you, Angelo, he's just started with us a few months back. He's the newest member of my management team. I'm going to tell you, you come in and ask for Angelo, he'll do whatever he has to do all day
to make this deal. Also, I want you to know that we speak Spanish here. Se habla hispano aquí. Si usted no habla inglés, puede preguntar para mí, y entonces nosotros lo podemos ayudar en el idioma que usted está cómodo.
And I'm going to tell you, Angelo follows me around all day. Steve, I need your help. Can I get this? Can you call the bank for on this? I need extra money on the trade. Can we do this? We got some customers that don't particularly qualify. Can you call the bank for me and get them approved? Nobody I've ever seen work harder than Angelo getting a deal done for you.
I'm going to go tell Rosa the good news that we're going to make a deal and put her in the car of her choice at a payment she can afford.
Here's what I would do when I go back to Rosa. Congratulations, Rosa. You know what we are? We're the home of what? Just do the deal!
Now I got to ask you, Angelo, how do you say those magic words, just do the deal, in Spanish?
Hacemos el trato.
I think he needs to say it again. What do you think, Steve?
Let's say it again.
Hacemos el trato.
Just do the deal.
There are a lot of people out there that are hearing the words credit amnesty, and they're saying, you know, I've had a tough situation. Maybe they were like that customer you spoke of earlier that worked for a place for 17 years and the factory, you know, moved, and are just really in a situation where they don't know where to go for help. But they can come here to Philly Chevy Giant, and you're going to work really hard to help those people, aren't you, Steve? To get them back on the road, to get them into a brand new Chevrolet car truck, especially with a penny over the factory invoice between now and the close of business Saturday, August 27th.
Get here by Saturday night, and I'm going to tell you, you won't be disappointed. We're going to deliver 60 new Chevys.
Yeah, come over here. Come over here. Yeah, come on over here.
Steve, I got Miss Johnson at my desk. She's a little discouraged. She has a 2011 Impala, has 116,000 miles on it. I mean, the good part about it, she has $4 grand down. She's a little upside down, about 10 grand. What can we do to help her?
And she's looking at a brand new Impala?
Brand new Impala. She heard about the incentives.
16 model.
2016, new body style.
Well, the nice thing of that, you've got $3,000 coming back. We're going to do a penny over invoice, so have them recalculate the deal at 1 cent over invoice. That should give you enough discounts to make up that negative equity. Thank her for her $4,000 down. We're not going to need any more money. And make sure that when we go back, her payment right now is $600 and something on that car.
Yes.
Make sure that that payment stays at least around $500 to maybe even a little less if you can to help her out. All right? And what do we do here?
Just do the deal, Philadelphia.
Do the deal!
You got to say it like you mean it. Go ahead.
Just do the deal, Philadelphia.
And hit that gong on your way out. Hit that gong. Hit that gong.
Just do the deal.
Steve has put the challenge to you at home. Not 10, not 20, not 30, not 40, not even 50, but Steve, between now and the close of business Saturday, not only is credit amnesty and trade amnesty in effect, but you are putting your money where your mouth is. 1 penny over line 310 of the factory invoice on any brand new Chevrolet car and truck in stock, but you're going to sell 60 brand new Chevrolets by the close of business Saturday, and every one of them qualify for the penny. That's right, 1 cent over line 310 of the factory invoice. Now, I can't wait to see Kevin's expression when he comes back tomorrow and you share this wonderful news with him.
He's going to be horrified. He's going to come back and say, there I go. I leave the store one day, and you and Greg, Steve, end up doing this to me. What in the heck are we going to be able to do now? 1 cent over invoice. Where are we going to make any money? You know what I'm going to tell him?
What are you going to tell him?
I need them 60 units. I don't care if we make a dime. I don't care if we lose 100. We're going to make 60 new car deals at whatever cost or loss.
Now, Steve, if somebody hears this 1 penny over the factory invoice and they say, you know, that sounds a little crazy. Is it for real, Steve? Is it really just 1 penny over the factory invoice? I mean, you know, you talk about a Spark, okay? You talk about an Equinox. You talk about a Malibu, or whatever the model, Corvette or Camaro, but especially when you get into the Corvettes and Camaros, and you're talking about a penny over the factory invoice, so people probably come up to you and say, Steve, is that for real?
It has to be for real. I'm advertising it. I'm putting my reputation behind it. That it's going to be 1 penny over invoice, and you're welcome to look at the invoice, so you know you're getting a good deal. You know that nobody can beat that deal. No how, no way. And you also know that I'm going to reestablish your credit if that's a problem.
That's huge.
That's huge. I'm also going to pay off that trade no matter what you owe, and I'm going to use the rebates to do that with. It don't get no better than that, Greg.
It doesn't, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the bottom line. You come in to Gordon Chevrolet, Philly Chevy Giant. That's at the corner of the Boulevard and Bustleton right here in the Great Northeast between now and the close of business Saturday, and come to Gordon Chevrolet, Philly Chevy Giant, and find a brand new Chevrolet car or truck, the one that you want. Find that vehicle regardless of your situation, and you are going to pay 1 cent, 1 penny, over line 310 of the factory invoice. Now, in addition to that, the credit amnesty. Now, Steve, I got to tell you, every day it is amazing to me when I come here to Gordon Chevrolet. I mean, it is hard, don't take this the wrong way, but it's hard to have a conversation with you because you are constantly on the phone working with the banks to get people on the road, to get people behind the wheel where others, you know, may have just, you know, taken the no and the turn down. You're not going to take the no and turn down. You're going to find a way to get those lending institutions to buy those deals. That is a credit to you and your staff here at Gordon Chevrolet. What is the secret when the other guys are told no, you guys are always told yes? What's the difference here? Why are you the credit amnesty giant?
The business starts at the top. If I care, my people care. I'm here right with them. I'm on the showroom floor. I dare you to walk into any of the dealerships in Philadelphia and see if you're going to find anybody in upper management, for the most part, working car deals like I do. I'm calling the banks. I just had a meeting yesterday with one of our local banks, and the first thing we said to them is that we've got this sale coming up. I knew you were coming in, and I said, I'm going to need your help for those 5 days to buy deep. And you're going to have to help me get people down the road in the car. And I don't mean it 26% and 22% and 23%. I need some credit amnesty. I need to give these people a second shot at a low rate so the payment comes in right, and I can get them out of their trades. And they agreed. They said, Steve, for those 5 days, we're with you.
So it's 1 penny over the factory invoice, line 310 of the factory invoice on any brand new Chevrolet car truck. It's also trade amnesty, which means regardless of what you owe on your trade, they're going to pay it off, and credit amnesty. And yes, sir, Brian.
Hey, Steve, I have a question for you. I have Ashley here. She's a fresh college graduate. She has no money to put down, and she's $7,000 flipped. What can we do? Can we get her to a new 2016 Malibu?
College grad?
Yes.
Well, guess what? We have a bank with us, with General Motors, that has a college graduate program for somebody with the first-time buyer. Got to be a college grad. The $7,000 flipped. I'm going to work that out. Now, what kind of trade has she got?
She has a Cruise, a 2009.
2009 Cruise. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I've seen it out there. Not to correct you, but I think that was a 2011 that I seen out there. Okay, 2011 Chevy Cruise. She's $7,000 upside down. Well, guess what? I looked at that car. I noticed Reggie was a little light on the trade.
Now Kevin's getting really nervous.
Yeah, Kevin's getting really nervous. We're going to go ahead and put the extra money on that. And what car is she looking to buy?
She's looking to get a new Malibu.
A new Malibu. Okay, we just so happen to have a pretty good size rebate and discount on that. And with the 1 penny over, I can make up that $7,000 fairly easy with the bank. So as long as I get the bank in line for the financing for the college graduate program, she's going to be an owner. And what we're looking for is that first car that she buys is going to be from Gordon Chevrolet. We hope that loyalty comes back. But the biggest thing is, too, we're looking for brand loyalty with Chevrolet. That's why they're one of the few manufacturers that have a college grad program for these kids getting out of school that need their first wheels. So go ahead, put her down the road, keep that payment low. It's going to have to be because she's just going to be starting out in the workforce. She's not going to be able to afford a high payment. Put her down the road and let her know. What do we do here?
We just did the deal.
Say it, say it.
Philly, just do the deal.
And hit that gong for your customers.
Just do the deal.
Now, during this sale, not only do you have these things going on, not only do you have your office on the showroom floor, but during this sale, Steve, like every other time, will you be on the floor? So if somebody gets into a situation where they feel like they're stuck and they need to get something done and they're kind of stuck, will you be here to get them out of it, get on the phone, work with the lending institution, work with the customer, find a way along with your management team to get these people down the road if they come here to Philly Chevy Giant? Because I know that you want to hit that 60. Knowing you want to hit probably 80 cars between now and the close of business Saturday. 60 is the mark, but really probably 80, right?
I would love to do 80, but 60 is the mark. And let me tell you, when I say I'm going to do 60 new cars, take advantage of it. You come down here and challenge me on selling you a new car at the price that you want to pay.
You're not going to let them, if they come here and they want to buy a car, you're going to find a way to make every single deal. That I know.
I'm going to make every single deal no matter what, especially with the challenge I got going right now. I got off the phone about 4 or 5 days ago with General Motors, and General Motors said, Steve, we need our Philly Giant to be on top of this one. We're the largest Chevrolet dealer in Philadelphia, and we need to step up to the occasion right now and get 60 new cars. General Motors is having a record month in August.
And you are doing your part because this is the only place where you can come and buy a brand new Chevrolet car or truck. If it's a 16 and it's new, it qualifies. If it's a 17 and new, it qualifies for 1 penny over the factory invoice, line number 310, because everybody says, well, what is the factory invoice number? That's the number on line 310. That's where the penny goes from, that number.
And people say also, how do you put so much money on these trades?
How do you?
What do you do? Well, right now, I've got 70 used cars left in stock.
Wow.
Do I go to the auction? What do I do? I got to get cars. So selling these 60 new cars, I'm going to have to appraise some used cars to be able to fill up my stock out there to start off with September.
So the trades during this event are very huge because it's going to help you to have additional pre-owned automobiles to sell. At the same time, you're going to put people into a nicer, newer vehicle when they come here to Philly Chevy Giant. Remember, between now and the close of business Saturday, 60 brand new Chevrolets, all at 1 penny over line 310 of the factory invoice. And Steve, at the end of every deal, what are you going to say?
Just do the deal!
And speaking of doing the deal, Brian, what's up there, bud?
How's it doing?
Good.
All right, doing good. Steve, just here to talk about every amnesty.
Okay.
Everything that he's been running.
He's been with you a long time, haven't you?
I've been here now going on 2 years. So I can just, from the front line, being in the sales, working with the people, I can clearly say at the end of the day, it's real simple. He's trying to help people get automobiles. No matter what their problem is, what their situation is, he's trying to help you get into an automobile. It's simple. People complicate their problems, but don't do that. Don't sit at home, don't overthink your issues and try to pinpoint on a commercial which one tells to you. If you need a vehicle, this is the place to come to get a vehicle. Bottom line.
Now, let me ask you a couple questions, Brian. You've been here for a couple of years. You see Steve on the showroom floor. Number one, that is very unusual, am I correct, for any dealer to be on the showroom floor closing deals?
I tell my customers that they're beyond shocked when they see him coming through working deals. That's the first thing they're always saying, like, wow, that nails everything down to what he's saying is true and real because he's actually here.
Yeah, because I imagine if we're being real here, people probably come up to you and say, he's really on the showroom floor. I didn't believe it.
Yeah, is he even here? They walk in going, yeah, well, okay, where is he? I'm sure he's down the shore. I'm sure he's on vacation. I say, no, he's here. And then before I can even say it, he's walking by somewhere on the phone, working a deal, praising a car. He's here. He's active. And that just, confirms everything that he's saying already.
Now, if somebody comes to your desk, right, Steve? They come to your desk and they get stuck, and the management, Kevin can only get them so far. They need that extra little push. Is it really common for you to get him over to you to make that deal come together by talking to the banks on the phone and different things like that? Is that for real?
Absolutely, and actually one step even further, he's actually already one step ahead because he's already inquiring about the deal. He's already at the desk asking what's going on, who's going on. When I get the application and I walk up there, he's asking who they are. He's stopping his phone calls and inquiring, Brian, what you got going on? How can I help? So he's involved. You know what I mean? So everything he's saying, it's real. Like I said, this is the place to come get a car.
And if you happen to catch him in his office, where is his office located to where we're at?
The funny thing is I've been here 2 years and I rarely even called him in his office. He's always on the floor.
But it's right around the corner, right? It's right on the showroom.
Yeah, it's around there, but he's rarely even in there. So yeah, but it's around there.
Greg, also let me say this too. When you've got a team to put together like
Great
Brian,
team.
a great team. You got guys like Brian, and I'll say the same thing about Brian. He cares. He gets a customer at his desk. He truly, and that's why I got him in the first desk. He's at that first desk. As soon as that customer walks through the door, I want him to see Brian first, and then I want him to see Bobby Singleton second. Those two guys do nothing but care about their customers and trying to help them get down the road in a car and get them approved and get them as much as they can for the trade and put the car down the road. And that's what these guys do. He's one of my top salespeople, month after month after month. And why? Because he cares. People can tell if you don't care today. People know when they walk into the store and you greet him, hi, how you doing? You look them in the eye, they know this is the place. It's got a good feel for it, and we're going to sell some cars.
And at the end of the day, Brian, you love it when Steve looks at you, looks at the customers, and what does he like to say? Come on, let me hear you say it.
Just do the deal.
And what else does he like to do? What else does he like to do? He likes to come over here, and what's he like to do?
Yeah, he likes to ring that gong.
Well, hit it, hit it.
Oh, I'll hit it, all right.
Just do the deal.
Your staff really does care. Brian's a great example of a caring staff here at Philly Chevy Giant. But the bottom line is, it all starts with the top. And I know that, when you talk to your sales guys, you really instill that in people, that not only do you want to treat them great, you want to make them feel like $1 million. You want to work really hard to get their business with the credit amnesty and the trade amnesty, and then the other exciting things, such as the penny over the factory invoice, line number 310, on the buyer's order. They'll show it to you. They'll show you the invoice, and you will pay 1 penny over that. But Steve, those are the reasons that I believe that you have really transitioned into Philadelphia Chevy Giant. You just don't have that name because of the way you do business and the amount of units you deliver month in and month out. And here it is, Philly Chevy Giant. Just dothedeal.com. It's really going on right here in the heart of the great Northeast at Philly Chevy Giant. Am I correct, Steve?
We do every deal. When you come in here, if we can't put the deal together, nobody can.
Now, special sale. Oh, go ahead, Robert. Sorry.
Hey, Steve, we got Ryan Smith here. He's our second referral of this month, okay? Okay, the referral comes from a city worker. Ryan Smith is also a city worker. He does sanitation. He needs a car. He went through a crazy divorce. He's trying to rebuild his credit, trying to get everything together. And the word on the street, the word in the tri-state is that we can get the job done. So I'll bring you this file to see if you can do something with him, okay? He has $1,000 down. All right, he's been in the job for 5 years, okay? No trade at all. No trade at all, but he's credit challenged a little bit.
I see that. Right. He's got one of the lowest beacon scores I've seen. Right. But I'm going to tell you what. Because he's a referral, and because he's your customer. And again, I think everybody out there heard me when I said Brian Collins. This is Bobby Singleton. They're my bookends. The first people you see is Bobby and Brian. When they come in through that door, these are the first two guys they see continually, month after month after month. Bobby's been with me almost a couple of years also. They're tops for a reason. They care. They're from the community, and they sell cars. They bring me these deals, and they say, Steve, this guy needs some help. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to personally call the bank on this deal. Go ahead and start your paperwork. That's how confident I am. We're going to get this guy down the road. All right? And just go ahead.
Now, what's those magic words?
Just do the deal.
Hit that gong. Hit that gong.
Just do the deal.
1 penny over the factory invoice, line number 310. Steve, I've heard of a lot of promotions, but 1 penny over the factory invoice on any brand new Chevrolet car or truck is absolutely positively unheard of.
You're exactly right. And the beauty of this is that you don't have to take just any car. I've got 400 new Chevys available at
400?
a particular time. I've got 250 on the ground, and I've got another 175, which gives me 425 that will be here.
And all of them, nothing is going to be held back qualify. Am I correct? Every single one of them.
Every single car. 2017, 2016s. If I had a 2018, I'd give you a penny over. I don't have it though. But a 2017's brand new, they're going to be a penny over also.
What about a brand new Chevrolet car or truck? Say you only have one in that particular package and it's a really scarce one. Would you sell that vehicle at 1 penny over the factory invoice?
You're absolutely. I'll sell that. I'll sell that vehicle. It's not the customer's fault that we only got one. That's our problem. You're going to buy that car. That's the car you want. You're going home in it a penny over.
So to be clear, nothing is excluded on a brand new Chevrolet. 1 penny over the factory invoice, line number 310.
You're exactly right. And there's not a trade.
Not a trade.
There's not a trade that I'm afraid of.
Really?
Put the money on to get you out of that car.
So if it's a difference of a few dollars here and there, you're going to step up to the plate?
Step up to the plate and make it happen for him.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. We are into the final moments of this sale. Now listen, here's the deal. All day, every day through the close of business Saturday. But when the last customer leaves and you turn off the light, Steve, it has to come to an end. We are at the end of the month, right? Last Saturday of the month.
Last Saturday of the month. I can only run this for so long. I've got the okay from the banks to run it till Saturday night. They're going to stretch on the deals. They're going to have people put aside for us. We're going to have direct lines into the bank. We're going to be that busy.
Now, we know at the end of the deal you want to say those magic words, just do the deal. Real quick, we're almost out of time. Tell us what the promotion items are one more time, starting with credit amnesty.
Credit amnesty, no matter what shape you think your credit's in, I probably think it's a lot better than you do. Trade amnesty, no matter what shape your car's in, you think it's a wreck or whatever it is, I probably think it's a lot better than you think. All right, I can see through the dirt, I can see through the brakes, I can see through the tires. I'll get all that on there new, I'll sell it on my lot, and I'll get the money for the car to be able to give it to you to get that car paid off so you can get down the road in a 1 penny over invoice, line 310 of the factory invoice.
And you want to sell 60 cars between now and the close of business Saturday.
We're going to sell 60 cars, and you're right. We just might do 80. As excited as I'm getting right now,
I could see it. It's flowing.
We just might do 80.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about out of time. Remember, it's Philly, Chevy Giant, it's Gordon. Yes, Aiden, real quick. We're almost out of time. They're going to give us the hook.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you actually giving me a couple of minutes. Now, I actually want to, lo que yo quería era darle gracias a todos los que han venido a visitarme. Muchas gracias. Los que lograron, los que decidieron a tomar el programa de nosotros de la amnistía de crédito. Acuérdense que nosotros aquí en Gordon Chevrolet los vamos a ayudar a ustedes. Yo personalmente, igual que Steve, estamos aquí en el piso ayudándole a todos ustedes. Así que no se olviden, la comunidad latina, vengan para acá, que nosotros estamos listos, preparados con el inventario para sus necesidades y lo que ustedes quieran. Gracias de todos modos a todos los que han venido y los invito a los que no han llegado, por favor lleguen aquí que nosotros los vamos a ayudar. Como Steve dice, hacemos el trato.
I think he just said, just do the deal.
Just do the deal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we're out of time, Steve. Credit amnesty, trade amnesty, and 1 penny over the factory invoice, line number 310, between now and the close of business Saturday, correct?
Get here by Saturday evening, and let's just do the deal, Philadelphia. Come on now.
And Steve, take us home. Ring the gong. We'll see you here. Remember, 1 penny over the factory invoice. It's Philly, Chevy Giant. It's Gordon Chevrolet, where Steve says,
just do the deal, Philly. Just do the deal.